and how can I give you guys as much value as possible.
About my best Spanish. And there's some others here. They're a little bit more.
Hello and welcome back to the vlog, and I see I've got quite a few new subscribers because of my last apartment hunting in Panama City video, and I know a lot of you are trying to move here for numerous reasons. I know people from the US, people from Canada, the UK have been reviewing options on moving to different places because of, you know, all the stuff that's going on in the world. I'm actually from Barbados. I've been living in Panama now like 2.5 years. So I think I have a bit of wisdom that I can share. But given my last video, I moved into this unit, which is a lot more expensive than my last unit, but there's a lot more value behind moving here and a few more reasons behind moving here that I didn't fully share in my last video. In that video, I think the video you're about to see on Sunday, if you guys do watch that one, which I think you should. In that video, I showed the apartment that I was in, and that apartment was actually $900 a month, which is amazing. To be honest, I really had so many doubts, or had. Now that I've been here and I've settled in, and it feels like home, it feels very comfortable, and I've been like, you know, getting out and meeting people, the fear of like increasing my rent has slowly drifted. On top of that, I'm like thinking about, you know, just being a lot more mindful with finances. And that's why I'm making this video. Like, I was thinking too of how can I help you guys and how can I also help myself. Because one thing about being here, it's not as cheap as a lot of people think it is. I think from some other videos I've seen of people who are like passing through, like the cost that you spend passing through is gonna be very different from somebody who actually lives here. And if you don't know where to shop, you might end up spending just the same amount as what you spend when you're in the US. But if you know where to shop, you could save a lot of money here, just to be a lot more mindful. My rent before was $1,000, and I got that rent back in 2023 when I first moved here. I find back in 2023 you could find things that were a lot lower. Please be mindful that the economy is changing everywhere. When things shift or get more expensive, it does affect other parts of the world. And I know a lot of people are, you know, you come here because you want cheaper, but Panama is still a place where things are imported, so costs are still going to be a little bit higher. Just be mindful of that. But if you know where to shop, you can find a lot cheaper deals and just live a lot more economically savvy. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop into it. So my rent was $1,000, but where I was located, it was not like a walkable street at all. I was close to a park, but it was like maybe like a 15-minute walk, and it wasn't very aesthetic or sexy. And I think that might be like, you know, you might say like, oh girl, behave. But there was a garbage station like right next to my building. I would hear like the garbage trucks like leaving at 5 a.m. in the morning. How I ended up in that unit, which I'm not like regretting whatsoever. Like, landlord was like super nice. I've never had any issues with them. We had a really great tenantry agreement for 2.5 years. And even like me leaving, like communication's been fine. Like, we've been like dealing with everything. You know, I had a great relationship with them. I don't think they have anything bad to say about me, and I have nothing bad to say about them. I think they made a bad investment in the property that they purchased, but sometimes being here, you never know what you're getting unless you actually live in the space for a long time. And I think that was one of those investments that just wasn't the best. But I do think they're gonna make back their money regardless, because people who rent in that unit are a lot of locals, so the rent would always be a lot lower there. That's one. And then two, you could always get cheaper rent here if you rent outside of the city, or if you're renting back in 2023. So I even went on TikTok and I saw another girl, she has a unit like close to mine. Hers is very beautiful. It was actually one of the units that I did visit, but the rent in that unit is $1,200 and her rent was $1,000, and she started renting there, I think, back in 2022, 2023. Even though your rent might be a little bit similar to where you are in the States in terms of being like $1,400, three whatever or more. Like I know some places is 2,500, and there are those costs here. There's still a lot of ways that you could save on expenses in terms of spending on groceries, spending on travel. There are a lot of ways that the cost could like balance out or even out, but don't expect based on your lifestyle to come over here and just like save a ton of money. If you want a building that is very high end, given that you are English speaker, I think being in the city and then asking questions about where to shop. Another thing about being in that building, it was near a garbage station. The gym didn't work, so I had to, not that it didn't work, it had like 2 machines in it for like the 2.5 years I was there. They always kept saying, yeah, Christmas is going to be done. It was never completed. So I had to spend Uber costs to go to another gym, costs to pay to actually go to another gym when it should have been included in my rent, and it really wasn't. Where my building was also located, it was like on a hill. There was like a ramp thingy that you needed to drive up. And there was always difficulties with them either driving up the ramp or finding the building. They would either like end up on the street, either different streets of the building, and be like, I'm here. And I'm like, you're not. Like, you got the location wrong. Piace means building, not like where you are. If you don't see a piace, like move. Like you're in the wrong spot. And whenever I went through those like back and forth with them, they would cancel, and then I would have to book another Uber, which would take me another like 10-20 minutes. So there were some times where if I didn't get to the gym like early in the morning, I just wouldn't go. So there were some months where I was paying for a gym membership and not going. There were a lot of reasons why over time it just wasn't an efficient place for me to live. Like there were just some things happening in that building that I just didn't need to be around. On top of that, I got a dog recently, so I really needed to be in a space where I could walk her more. There was the park close by, which is Parque Omar. Did I state where I lived? I lived in San Francisco. The park in San Francisco, which is called Parque Omar, but it was like 15-minute walk, and it wasn't like an aesthetic walk because I was passing like the garbage station and different things. It was a developing area. Like I would love to see how it's gonna look at the end of this year in that area, but the garbage station will always be there. So that's one thing that is never gonna move. It will always be there. So I was like, you know what? I need to take her to the vet, to the groomers. I need to be in the gym more consistently. There were a lot of reasons why I left. There were probably, if I didn't get a dog, I would have probably stayed there a bit longer. But given that I got her, it was just like that push to like make a change. On top of that, I never really spoke to anybody. I could be in my apartment for a week and some, and I would never speak to anybody. There was nobody there who spoke English. And then mostly people who lived there had like normal jobs. So I never really saw anybody like by the pools or anything. It was just not a healthy place for me to live, especially as a single woman. I needed to be around more people to like, you know, be outside more, like enjoy life more, get some fresh air more. And I wasn't doing that in that location. Since I've been here, I've spoken to people in the elevator, I've spoken to people at the gym, I spoke to people at front desk. I live very close to a lot of my friends. So like all last week, I was just seeing a whole bunch of my friends because we were just in like walkable distance of one another before I would have to like get an Uber to come all this way to hang out with people and then go back. You know, it was not like a hard thing to do, but it just made life a little bit more not as smooth. Even though I've increased my rent, my quality of mental health life has really improved, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions about the renting process, just let me know. But this video, we're really gonna focus on cost and how much it really does like cost to like be here in a week. Okay, so that's why this video is going to be like really important and helpful, because I get to really think about how can I be more wise with my money and how can I give you guys as much value as possible so that you guys can make a more informed decision when coming here, when visiting here. But yeah, I hope this video is helpful to you guys, and let's get the ball rolling. So today I'm gonna start my day with taking my dog to the vet. There's an American Pets here. If you guys do move here with your animal or you decide to get an animal when you get here. I saw somebody comment on my last video saying that they wanted to get a pet when they got here. And I think that's amazing because honestly, Panama is a very pet friendly country, like super pet friendly. Like I swear everybody here has a dog. And I think coming here made me want to get a dog so much more. And I actually got my dog from a place called Cherokee here. I really enjoy having a dog now. Like there are moments where I'm just like, but she cool. But today she needs to get her shot for, what do you call it? For fleas, I think that's what it was. So there are numerous American Pets here, but there are only 2 that have veterinarian available. So it's Punta Patilla and then in San Francisco, which is back where I used to live. Consider taking her to Punta Patilla so that I could see like what that area is like. But yeah, without further ado, let's head out. I'll show you guys as much as I can in terms of cost. I'll try to remember to track everything this week to give you guys like a more informed decision if you want to move here, what cost really looks like here. Somebody tell me why I ended up spending like $86. Yeah. So normally for her shots, I spend like 20 bucks. I think this particular injection, because it was also for fleas, it was $30, and then the cost kind of racked up. I was also given a pill for her deworming. Now that she's outside, she has to take them more often. So I think that was like 20 something dollars. And I just ordered an acai bowl. It's now coming. Sí. Gracias. I'm at a place called Black Dog, so I brought her here to get out some of her energy before I take her back to the house. Yeah, this acai bowl looks amazing. Dry in the sun, wave in the wind, drifting along again. Okay, we're back at the house now, and it's so hot outside. Like literally, I was sweating a lot. And this is very lightweight, but it was just super duper hot. I was gonna go into the park, and then I felt how humid outside was, and I decided to go to Black Dog. It was just a couple steps away from the American Pets, and they have like this little cafe, and the owner was there. It was just really nice to meet them and speak to them and just have Masha in a more confined space that she could run around. And I was able to monitor her a little better there. I feel like in the park, I probably would not have been able to. And in a more confined space, I was able to like take her off her leash and let her, you know, run around and be a dog. And I really want that for her. So I'm glad I did that. But right now she's like super exhausted. I just gave her lunch, and I'm going to try to give her the tablet that the doctor gave me. So let me try to give that to her, and then I'm gonna see if I could run out, because given that I just moved in here, I need to do things like cut the keys. There are a couple of things I have on note, but I'll tell you guys as we get outside. Just let me see if I could get her to eat this. They said it tastes like chicken, so hopefully she just consumes it happily and just moves on. Sí, gracias. Más frío, por favor.
Okay.
Panamá es muy calor. Mucho.
Where are you from?
Barbados.
Ah.
Sí, ¿y tú?
Ayan.
Hola. Trying to whip out my best Spanish. ¿Cuál es el precio de una copia? Quiero 3 copias, por favor. Okay, I'm in the store called Ocaloca. And I give you want things for your house that are reasonably cost. This is $5.99. And there's some others here that are a little bit more expensive, like $10. Not too expensive, but I'm trying to decide on the color. But I was really liking this green, so I'm not really sure what else to do. I do really like this one, but it's giving holiday, and I don't want to go in that direction with the apartment just yet. So I just might stick with the green one for now, or get a white one. But this one is $6.99. I think I should just get both, because
They might work. What do you, let me know. I'm just gonna get a basket. Okay, where are the baskets? Oh, these bathroom set towels are gorgeous, but I already have this. I actually think this is kind of cute. It's 12 bucks. I could put the throw blankets in it in the living room. Vibes or no? The pillow section. You guys know we need to change the pillows in the apartment. I was wondering if to just change the cushion or if to just get my own pillows, because those pillows would have been used by numerous other people. I'm wondering if to just get my own pillows. And these ones look like it's $7.99 for this one. And it's like a linen. If you go in the green direction, I think this would be pretty good. Do we like this? I think I like this. I think I like this more than, I think I like this. And then I think it's $14 for 2 massive pillows. I think that's the deal. Is it?
Stop it. Get some help.
One thing I think I should do is pick a room to focus on and not like sporadically buy things. I think if I had like a specific room that I'm gonna focus on, that it would be a lot easier on me. But we'll see. I just got back to the house, and the one purchase I'm the happiest about is a new bed for Matcha. I'm obsessed with my dog. Let me just put it that way.
Open air, side by side we sway there in all the colors.
I'm so exhausted today. I ended up ordering food, which is like a bad decision, but I ordered some food. It just got delivered. I just took the best shower and did some skincare. And let me go and grab my food real quick. Girlfriend, she came by this morning and we had a little chit chat, catch up, and a coffee in my apartment. It's really, really good. I feel so fortunate, so blessed that I could have a small growing community of people that I know that can just say, hey, I'm in your area, I'm by your building, I'm coming up. And I'm just like, yes. To move to another country and start building that little community and that love and that energy for yourself, it's a blessing. It really is a blessing. It's such a great feeling, and that really made my morning. I cleaned out my fridge, so that means one thing: we got to do a grocery run. I really wanted today to be a no spend day, because yesterday I did spend quite a bit. I haven't really add up the total of things that I purchased. I don't think it's an exorbitant amount, but in comparison to like what you usually spend here in Panama, it was a little bit higher. And I'm giving myself some grace because we just moved into the apartment. It's been a week and 5 days that I've been here. So I'm like, girl, you need to give yourself some grace. Like, we are moving in. Like, you're now trying to make this place feel like a home. And that's okay. That's absolutely okay. The things that I got yesterday, I didn't even show any of them. So, for example, I got these yesterday. Normally in the supermarket, cotton pads are like $5 for one roll. I got this box for $1.50. Oh, yesterday I went into Albrook. I went into like Costco, Nove, and Titan, and another one. I can't remember the other one's name, but I'll put the name on the screen. But those are stores that you just need to look around and find the things that you need that are good quality, because it is a cheaper store. Everything is made in China at the end of the day, but just be mindful. So things like this, if you get what I mean. So for me, this is a save, because spending $5 compared to spending $1.50, budgeting. I also got two of these. Normally in the supermarket, I get this for $9. $9 for this. But yesterday they had this for $2. Same brand, just a different scent. So I bought two, because why would you not? I got two of them. So that's me saving in a sense, because it makes no sense me getting it in the supermarket here for $9 when you could just get it a lot cheaper someplace else. So that's the thing when I say with budgeting, like you just need to know where to shop here. So I got those. I also got some hangers because we're gonna work on my walk-in closet. I'm not sure if it's gonna be today or tomorrow. Someday this week, we really need to work on the walk-in closet. Yeah, we're in my walk-in closet now. I got all of these hangers. I think they were like $4. So I need to finish organizing in here, and there needs to be the rug. I saw the mirror yesterday in the mall, but there was no way I was getting that to my house on my own. So I need one of my girlfriends to go with me, and she said she's gonna go with me next weekend. So stay tuned. What else did I get yesterday that is worth mentioning? I didn't get the pillows. Did I state that? Yeah, I didn't go with the pillows. I may order the pillows on Amazon. I'm thinking to do like more neutrals. I think I'm very confused as to what colors to do. Yeah, like I think the accessory for the apartment is going to be plants. Like I just think once I get really nice green plant in here, it's gonna look as though I put in a lot of work without doing much. So I think I might go with the plant option. Just lots of plants and minimalistic decor, like super minimalistic. But yeah, it's super windy. I'm not really sure if you guys could hear me or how annoying that is. So I'm gonna see you guys in the supermarket. Good morning. It's the next day and I've already eaten, done some laundry, given Matcha her breakfast, and now we're out taking a nice little morning walk. I wanted to get some of her energy out because I would rather her be home tired, sleeping off, being exhausted than being home bored. I've been meaning to try a new sport for a while now, just to have a little, community, as well as like some fun times. I'm gonna try paddle this morning. This is my first time going to paddle. I used to do tennis and I stopped because it's so hot here, but I'll see how there's a lot of paddle spots here, and they're more indoor and some of them have air conditioning, whereas I've not noticed any of those for tennis here. I've only seen indoor tennis courts in Costa Rica. That's where I originally got into it. Hopefully this goes well and I enjoy it and it's something that I could continue. Good afternoon. I think it's day 5. Forgive the little fur ball over here. She needs to get a haircut, one. I think she's in heat. So she's just been a lot more cuddly, a lot more whiny, a lot more sleepy. But her mood, she's definitely moody, very, very moody. She's been barking at people, which she doesn't normally do. And she's just been a lot more sleepy. Go on, ground. Yeah, she's been a lot more sleepy. So, but yeah, I gave her a little diaper yesterday. I put it on when we were sleeping because she sleeps on the bed with me, and I you don't know what's gonna happen at night. But during the day, kind of let it be because I think they are a lot more sensitive throughout the day. She's barking at her reflection in the mirror. Yeah, so today's day 5. It's a bit of a slower day. I just had a work call. I got to the gym this morning. If you guys saw my last video, I put up this poster over here. It's I'll show you guys a little bit closer. I started a 21-day challenge. I started it in a video, but I was not consistent at all. I had so many days where things were just so like friction filled. I feel like I was trying to like move into a new place and just have everything perfect on day 1, and that is not really possible. But I got this. Let me turn it around. So these were the 2 days that I was really giving it a try, and this is today. So I just decided to call today it's my day 3, but it's really not. But you know, I'm gonna take a win. So today's been a lot more productive. So I'm gonna prayer, Spanish, journal, fitness, and trading. I'm really trying my best to do a bit of those every single day. I really want to add another one to that, but it's already printed, it's already up. I want to do some more, AI training for myself. And there's so many things that I just want to learn and evolve in, but story for another vlog. But yeah, so today is gonna be a bit slower. I was really trying to find some place to do my nails and my lashes, and because I think it's so dark right now. Yeah, I was really trying to find a new place to do my nails and my lashes because the other place that I got them done was close to my old apartment, and since we've moved, I would love to find somebody like walking distance. Want to have my life a lot more convenient. And I was messaging some places today and I found some cheaper ones, but I need to organize like a time that I can go when it's not like freaking sunny outside that the walk is uncomfortable. I'll keep you guys posted on that. I want to take Matcha for a walk today, so I don't think there's gonna be much spending today. There was a place close by that I wanted to try some bubble tea. That's pretty much it. Today's actually gonna be like a no spend day, and if it is, I'm gonna be proud, like super proud. It's at the time of recording this video is like the middle of the month, so some expenses are gonna come up, which is normal and common, and I'll add those in. I'm probably gonna try to do one of these videos once a month because I feel like every week is different, every month is different. Okay, as promised, I tracked all my expenses this week. I really didn't think I was gonna make it, but here are all my monthly bills while living in Panama. My self-service was $32.48, and electricity was $11.87, and my internet was $43.55. Now, my electricity bill isn't the full month usage because I literally just moved into this apartment, so the usage is only from the 28th to the 11th of this month. But honestly, so far utilities have been pretty reasonable, especially or maybe compared to where I'm from, it's a lot more reasonable. Transportation here has been really affordable compared to where I am from. And I also lived in Canada, so it's a lot cheaper, especially since I walked a lot during this week. Groceries and utilities were manageable, but pet expenses, beauty appointments, and household shopping definitely added up quickly. Overall though, I still feel like Panama gives me a really good quality of life for what you spend, especially depending on your lifestyle and your priorities. If you want more realistic Panama cost of living videos, weekly spending diaries, or any day of my life content, just follow along for more, and you guys will see me every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. See you on the next one.